Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today is this weird brass tool. This is a water box wrench. So this is good for urban preppers. So if you're in a residential area, some even basic commercial, you will find boxes in the ground or on the side of a building that use a special key. This weird looking thing here. Now this one's made out of brass. You can get them in steel. I've even seen them in plastic, aluminum. This was just on sale when I had picked this up. I keep this in my garage just in case for an emergency, if I need to cut the water off to the house from the main out in the road. So there's a box at the end of the driveway with it's not even really a key. You just kind of put it in there, and all you're doing is moving a little lever sideways, and it allows the box to unlatch, and then you pull the box up. Most people, when they put them in, will try to crank this around back and forth, usually the wrong direction, and will break the end off. That's the downside to the brass ones. I do like the sound of the brass ones, though. They have a little metal noise to them I like. But so if you take a good look at that design down there, if it really came down to it, you could probably get away with like a modified screwdriver if you bend the end of it just to fit it through the slot, and then have a little curve to it in order to open it up. And then the other side of this, you'll see it's made in China, this one. Just it has a notch to turn the water off. So this is for connection going to the house. So if you're an urban prepper, why would you want something like this? Well, one, if you have a biological issue and you want to turn the water off to the house to prevent it from whatever that biological issue, whether it be lead or some kind of disease or maybe something radioactive waste or something, God forbid, you can prevent the water from coming into your house by stopping it at the water meter. Now these are for people that don't have wells. So if you're using city water or town water, in order to prevent it from getting into your house, you're going to have to come up with some other way of getting water in your house. But that's how you turn it off. Also, if you're in an SHTF situation and say wherever you are has been evacuated and you're somehow by yourself in your own little home, sheltering in place because you can't leave either due to disability or because you've prepped to stay at home, you can shut off water to other people's houses. So even though the pumps may stop working in your town, you should still have some residual water in the mains that aren't going to other people's houses. Also, of course, if there's an emergency like a water leak in your own house, you can turn the water off. Some people can turn it off by the hot water heater. Most modern houses seem to not have a valve anywhere between the meter and the house. I like to have one right where the water comes in so I can turn it off there if there's ever an emergency. But this is a backup, right? So I can call our local water authority, and it may take them, hours or days to come to us. If I had to, I can turn it off myself. Now, this brass one, is made by Jones Stevens, which is a major brand of them. And the brass ones are not rated well on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. So if you're interested in some kind of backup, it's there. What I would do is, if you get one, measure the gap here, so you can come up with your own style wrench for it. So you don't have to worry about it breaking. And the same thing for the end there. Just come up with an alternative. Because when you're frustrated and you're trying to turn the water off quickly, you can easily break it. Unfortunately, that's the problem with the brass ones. But for what I paid for this, when it was on clearance from my local home improvement store, it is what it is. I hope to never need it, but I have it just in case. So this is the Jones Stevens water box key and wrench. Again, this is for turning off water coming from the main at the box at the water meter going to the house. So a little bit of urban prep just in case you need it. Later on I'll show you what a sillcock is, which is a four-way valve of sorts to turn water on and off in commercial industrial areas. That's those special keys you need to, you'll see one of those metal, like stainless steel boxes on their walls where they get water for a hose to like water the plants in front of a grocery store. Well, they use a special key for that. It's called a sillcock key. I'll link one in the description just in case you want to take a look at one. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I will usually answer them pretty quickly. If you like this video, please press like, subscribe if you like. There's always going to be more stuff coming along. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a glorious day.